So, guys, you know that municipal internet is a cause near and dear to my heart, and that we update on it regularly on this show. And here is a little bit of proof that the messaging is starting to take root a little bit. And here's something to give us a little bit of optimism, which is important today. Boom. Comcast rejected by small town. Residents vote for municipal fiber instead. Charlton, Mass. Comcast offered to wire up $462,000. Town said no. All right, so let's dive into this. A small Massachusetts town has rejected an offer from Comcast and instead plans to build a municipal fiber broadband network. Comcast offered to bring big cable internet up to 96% of households in exchange for the town paying $462,000 plus interest towards infrastructure costs over 15 years. Now, they rejected. Now, here's a quote. The Comcast proposal would have saved the town about $1 million, but it would not be a town-owned broadband network. The defeated measure means that Charlton will go forward with a $1.4 million municipal town network, as was approved by annual town meeting voters in 2015. Now, I will take a small objection to what that reporter said. When you just take it on the surface of this is what Comcast is willing to build and this is what they want the city to pay, this is what it costs if the city does it itself. Is it costing more on the surface at the very beginning for the city? Numerically, yes. Comcast is saying, hey, we're willing to foot out the difference. You pay us $462,000. The city's saying if we did this on our own, it would cost $1.4 million. Obviously, $1.4 million is more than $462,000. But, this is over the course of 15 years, which first of all, there's going to be interest. Second of all, investing in municipal fiber is exactly that. It's an investment into your city. Letting Comcast control your internet, that's just giving money to Comcast. So instead, you're going to have a city-owned internet where those payments get made to the city. Your cost is going to be lower than Comcast would be. So residents over the course of 15 years are going to pay a lower internet bill than what they would pay if Comcast was in charge. And also, everybody that's done municipal internet so far has the highest quality internet in the country at a reasonable price. You know what that brings to the city? Business. Ask Chattanooga, Tennessee. So I would take a small objection to what that reporter said about this would save the city money. For the initial check, technically it would. But over the course of 15 years, it would not. It would not save the city money. It would cost the city money, and it would pad Comcast's pockets. You know how I know that? Because if that wasn't the case, Comcast wouldn't want to build the project in the first place. Comcast crunches the numbers. If the numbers don't add up, they don't go there. So they crunch the numbers, and they make an offer. And if for some reason they're not seeing the profits they want to see, guess what? They're going to charge you more. They're going to take it out on you, the customer. So that reporter was incorrect in saying that the Comcast deal would save the city money. It would not. Unless you think that a penny never goes into... Unless you think that after Comcast is done building, customers don't have an internet bill. Which, that ain't the case. So it does not save the city money. That is a small correction in that article. That reporter was wrong. Comcast would not save the city money. So let's get back to this article. Small correction. Okay. So about 160 residents voted. 56% rejected the Comcast offer. Charlton has about 1,300 residents. Covers 26 miles in the northwest Massachusetts. All right. An increase in property taxes would cover the construction costs, but the town also brings in revenue from selling broadband service and potentially break even, making the project less expensive than Comcast's offer. There you go. With 59% of households taking broadband service, the tax hike would be 29 cents per 1,000 of assessed home value. The town plans to charge $79 a month for standalone internet service with gigabit download and upload speeds and no data cap, so the price could rise to $99 a month if fewer than 40% of households buy the service. Town also plans to offer phone and TV services cheaper than Comcast. So, a quick nuts and bolts for anyone. Maybe this is the first clip you're watching. about municipal broadband, which, by the way, I have a playlist dedicated to this topic. Please do check it out. It's on my YouTube channel, and it's just the Muni Net Neutrality playlist. Municipal broadband takes the internet out of private interest hands, like your Comcast, like your AT&T, and puts it into the hands of the city. And that's what this town in Massachusetts voted to do. They realized that by putting the internet in our own hands, it will save us money, and we will get a better product. And especially with issues like net neutrality looming, you know, when you have city-owned broadband, you can write net neutrality into your charter. You can guarantee it. And you know where to go. You show up to a town hall if something ain't right. If Comcast wants to violate net neutrality, well, nothing's really stopping them. Well, I mean, it's being battled out in court right now, so technically something kind of is. But for the most part, nothing's really stopping them. So that's what municipal broadband is, and that's why it solves the net neutrality issue once and for all. And this town in Massachusetts made the right call. And we would really live in a different country if every town did what this town in Massachusetts is doing. And again, towns that have already done municipal broadband, they get the best internet in the country at a reasonable price. They pay less than most other people pay, and it brings business into the community. Whether you attack this from the point of internet rights and digital rights, whether you attack this from an economic argument, whether you attack this from a libertarian argument, either way, municipal broadband is still the best option. Municipal broadband is still the best option. Why put your internet in the hands of an outside entity if you don't have to?
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our